Normally, generally speaking, if you're trying to understand something that's complicated, try to break it down into some simpler, smaller bits, and then try to understand the smaller bits rather than something that's complicated. So, for example, if you're trying to understand what's going on here, so let's break this down. Let's forget about this bit here, and let's even forget about the five. So let's try and understand what's going on when hang on. If you break that thing down to this, y equals x. Okay, so instead of saying y equals 5x plus 2, instead of trying to understand this, let's try and understand, break it down into something simpler. So let's try and understand the graph y equals x. Now, what does that mean? So this is our blank graph here. Okay, so what is the graph of y equals x? What does that what does that look like? So here we are trying to understand something random like this. Okay, so we are breaking it up, and then later on we can investigate what happens when we have 2x. What happens when we have uh, what happens when we have y equals 3x? And then maybe we can start going back to here and maybe add y equals x plus 1. How does y equals x plus 1 compare to y equals x? Okay, so that's our aim at the moment. So here, this is our blank graph. So let's try and compare y equals x and y equals 2x. Let's just see how that compares. Okay. So again, to plot, let's plot this here. So this will be x, y, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we could go into the negative realm. So here, well, when x is 0, y will be 0. Okay, because you are putting the 0 into here. So well, anyway, when x is 1, y will be 1, because you're putting this 1 into this thing here. So y will be 1. So what that means is, if you're trying to draw this line here, well, when x, if look at this here, when x is 0, y will be 0. Okay, so our first point would be here. Okay, now when x is 1, well, when x is 1, y will be 1. Okay, so this point, this is our point here. This is our second point. Now we are trying to understand y equals x. Now when you put 3 into here, then y will also be 3. Okay, so when x is 3, y will be 3. When x is 2, y will be 2. When x is, let's say, 8, well, let's say 7. When x is 7, y will be 7 up here. Okay, when x is minus 2, y will be minus 2 as well. So it will be down here. When let's say when x is minus 5, then y will be minus 5. So it will be here. So here you can actually join up everything. So hang on. So join up everything here. So there, that will be our line. Y equals x. Okay. So now let's try to investigate this one now. Y equals 2x. So let's do this like this. So this is x, this is y, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go on. So when x is 0, so you've got to put the 0 into this x here. Y will be 0. Okay. So what we're saying is when x is 0, y will be 0. So it's the same origin. Okay. Origins 0, 0. Now when you put 1 into the x here, 2 times 1 will be 2. So when x is 1, y will be 2. So hang on. When x is 1 here, y will be 2. So this, I'm going to do this in purple. So this one here, this is our second point. Okay. That's well when x is 2, so you put the 2 into this x here now. So y will be 2 times 2 will be 4. Okay. So when x is 2, y would be 4. So look at this. When x is 2, y will be 4. So it will be here. Okay. And when x is 3, well, y will be 6. So when x is 3, y will be 6. So here it will be up here. So let's go into the negative realm now. So we'll -1, -2, -3. Okay. So when x is -1, let's put the -1 into the x. So that will be 2 times -1. That will be -2. Okay. So when x is -1, y will be -2. So let's go up here. When x is -1, y will be -2. That will be right here. Okay. And when x is -2, so put this 2 in here. So 2 times -2, that will be -4. So when x is -2, y will be -4. So hang on. When x is -2, y will be -4. So that's down here. Okay. We can go into 3. When x is -3, so put the -3 into this thing here. So 2 times -3, that will be -6. So when 2 is -3, y will be -6. So when x is -3, y will be -6. So that will be right here. Now if you join up all the points, it will look like this. It will look like this. Oh, sorry, hang on. Join up all the points, it will look like this. Okay, so this graph here is y equals 2x. You see the graph of y equals x. The what's called the gradient or the steepness of the graph is 1 by 1. You see, well it climbs by 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now, if you look at y equals 2x, what it's doing is you go 1 across and then you go 2 up. You go 1 across and then you go 2 up. And you go 1 across and you go 2 up. So basically, this number in front here is actually, it tells you the steepness of the line. So the higher this number is, the steepness. Well, if you try to draw this here, you can imagine it as 1, because 1 times x is 1. There is a 1 there, but we don't bother writing the 1. So what that means is the steepness here is 1. So it means 1 across, 1 up. 1 across, 1 up. 1 across, 1 up. Because this graph is y equals 2x, it means it has a gradient of 2. The gradient means the steepness of it. So what that means is 1 across, 2 up. 1 across, 2 up. 1 across, 2 up. So it's steep. It's a lot steeper. So hang on, let me clear everything. Hang on. So when you're trying to plot y equals x, it will look like this. Straight line up here like this. Y equals x. Diagonal. Well, because you go 1 across, 1 up, 1 across, 1 up, 1 up. Well, if you look at the line y equals x, there's a 1 here really, but we don't bother putting the 1 in there. So that means it has a steepness of 1. Well, a steepness of 1 is 1 across 1. Well, it's like this. If you try to draw y equals 2x, it will look like this. It has a steepness of 2. So basically 1 across, 2 up, 1 across, 2 up, 1 across, and then 2 up. And then in effect it's like this as well. 1 across, 2 up, 1 across, 2 up. So it's like that. So hang on, bear with me. So y equals x will look like this, going across. Okay, hang on, let me do it neatly. So y equals x will look like this. Hang on. And then it extends down there as well. So y equals x, and if you have y equals 2x, it will look like this. 1 across, 2 up. Well, there, it will look something like this. Okay, and then this is y equals 2x. And then if you have y equals 3x, it will look like this. Hang on. Y equals 3x the steepness will be 3, so that means 1 across, 3 up. So it would be here, 1 across, 3 up. Y equals 3x will look like this. Okay, and then you can extend it down here as well. So so well, if you have y equals, let's say, 2x, well, this number here tells you the steepness. The bigger this number, the steeper the line will be. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Okay, just bear that in mind.